Welcome, welcome back, students. Today I will discuss the theme unit third, that is your sexual reproduction in humans. So basically, we have discussed earlier, that is the plant reproductions. So this unit deals with the reproductions in humans. So in case of reproducing system, in case of humans, so there are some reproductive organs is participate in this reproduction purpose. So as well, the one chemicals also takes part, or you can say that associated in case of reproduction, and that chemicals is your hormones. So what basically hormones? So hormones basically is one kind of endocrine system, and these hormones basically male to female it can be vary. Some in case of female, the hormones will be your your estrogens and your progesterones, and in case of male, that is your testosterone. Okay, the reproductive organs actually functionally occur only after some age. So that particular age, whenever attained, the sexual maturity will become emerged. Okay, so in case of male or in case of female, it can be vary. Again, in case of female, the sexual maturity will come at the age of 14 to 16 years, but in case of male, this maturity will come around 11 to 13 years. So whenever this age will come, and that time some indications, or you can say that some changes has been observed. In case of males, the voice become deeper, and the growth of hair on face and other body part takes place. Muscular muscles will be start developing. Sometimes beard will come. Their voice will be much more thicker. So, or we can say that the deeper voice will come, and their sometimes their body postures will sometimes changes, and this kind of behavior or this kind of changes will takes place in case of males. As well, the females also, female sometimes their development in breast, the voice become much pitched, and their body postures has been changed, their body structures is also changed, their voice will be much more high pitched. So these are the changes has been observed in case of females. So the reproductive organs, that is your female and male, and this female and male reproductive organs actually create one system, and that system basically your reproductive system. So in case of male reproductive systems, so there are some reproductive organ are being involved. So this is the reproductive organs of male. So this part actually your scrotum, this part actually your testis. So this testis means the singular form, the one form, that is your testis, and the double, that means the one pair, that is actually your testes. Okay, and this part is your drainage duct, and this whole part actually your sperm ducts, and this part actually your penis, and the outer part of this testis, that is actually your epididymis. Okay, so the testis, what is the form, or you can say that what are the objectives of this testis? So basically testis produce the male gametes, or simply the sperms. Okay, so which organs actually create the sperms? Testis will create the sperms. Okay, and these testes are present outside the body. So, and this outside the body, one bag like structures, and that is actually your scrotum. So this part actually scrotum. Suppose that this is a bag, and this particular bag contains this testis. Okay, and this bag actually is called scrotum. And another thing, that is the where the sperms actually been stored. The sperms actually stored in this part, that is called epididymis, and this epididymis, that is actually the sperms stores on the top of the testis, and sperm duct. This duct actually is called the sperm duct, and this sperm duct through which the sperms leave the test and open into the urethra and reach the penis. Okay, so this part, whenever this is your testis, and this testis actually contains sperm, and this sperm basically transported by these sperm ducts, and through the penis. Okay, and penis, it is the injecting sperm inside the body of the female. So these are the reproductive organs for male reproductive systems. Now coming to the point, that is your reproductive organs of the female. So first of all, I will just introduce the different organs of reproductive organs of female. So this part actually is called your vulva, and this part actually your vagina. One part is missing, that is actually your cervix, and this part actually your uterus, and this part actually your ovary, and this whole part, that is your fallopian tube. So this is the reproductive organs of the females, and how to operate this will be learned. So first of all, this is the part actually called ovary. This is the part actually called ovary, and this ovary actually contains the ovule, or you can say that, and in this ovule contains some eggs. Okay, so each of these two ovaries in case of female has been present, and the two ovaries contain sufficient amount of eggs at the time of after 28 days or 30 days one cycle, and this produce, one side will produce egg. Sometimes one produce will not present, sometimes one this ovary will not produce eggs, and that time another ovary will produce the eggs, but it will be 100%, it will be produce eggs after 28 or 30 days, and after 30 days it will be produced, otherwise it will not produce all the time. Okay, and especially in case of after 30 days one cycle, when the cycle at the time of cycle, and this cycle, the ovary contains of the large amount of the eggs into it, and this is called the ovaries, means this pair is called ovaries, and in singular form that is called ovary. So this is the if it is one part is there, or you can say the singular form, that time it is called ovary, and the pair, the whole two of this ovary in plural form, it is called the ovaries. Okay, so plural form it is called ovaries, and singular form it is called the ovary. Okay, and actually it will produce the eggs. Now coming to the point, that is your fallopian tube. So this is the part that is actually your fallopian tubes. So fallopian tubes, or you can say that the oviduct, some person will tell like that, said like that oviduct, and oviduct and the fallopian tube is the same thing. Okay, oviduct and fallopian tube, through which the eggs basically travel. Okay, and your sperms and the ovum were meet here, and the fertilizations is basically takes place particular this place. Okay, means the fallopian tubes. So where the fertilizations basically takes place, fertilizations takes place in this fallopian tube, where the female and the male gamete has been fused together in this particular fallopian tube. The fallopian tube actually carried the whole eggs from the ovary, and this cervix and this vagina actually collect the sperms from the male part, and it carry to the fallopian tubes, and here all the sperms and one sperm and one egg will fuse together, and the fertilizations will be occurred in this fallopian tube. Okay, so next slide I will discuss the another part. Thank you.